everybody, your host SonGoshuaku live here. And so we kick things off with episode 5 of Dragon Ball DAIMA. Alright, so we kick things with Panzy basically being here introduced as she was at the end of episode 4 here. And so she's wondering, just how strong or why was Son Goku so strong and everything like that. And basically you see all our characters here meeting, and you see Glorio. He's basically like, yeah, we got to get going. He's not trying to really entertain much at all, basically with much party. And Panzy is like, yeah, she's gonna come and join with them. And beyond that too, she was asking, I believe, for what was the first thing? I think she was asking, yeah, where they were going, and I think Son Goku mentions the castle, and you can see right there, Glorio's like, what did I just get, and the East Kaioshin was like, you were not supposed to spill the beans, right? So that was pretty funny. So Panzy ends up joining them, says, she can help out with them, on the adventure. So then we get back to the leader of I believe their name is the Zandamari, but honestly, quite frankly, we're looking at how dealt with, we're gonna call him the Sergeant of the Jabronis, because they all got destroyed by Son Goku in last week's episode. So yeah, he was just super angry that everybody was getting wrecked. I mean, look at that work. Look at that boy right there in the middle can barely stand. They all got that work from Son Goku. And what was interesting in this particular scene right here is the sergeant, basically, he asked, what was the guy's collar like, because everybody apparently wears collars in the demon realm, at least in World 3, and he says that I didn't get a good look at it. Of course, we all know Son Goku actually did not even see it, did not even have a collar on, right? And this guy's just angry. He's like, just hilarious. It's funny things, you've seen this in Dragon Ball before. I remember Mr. Satan doing this one time during the 25th Tenkaichi Budokai, aka World Martial Arts Tournament, when he found out that Videl was going to eat the sensu bean from Gohan, so when she was, in the hospital or something like that, at the tournament hospital. So it's always good to see that type of comedy in Dragon Ball. He's basically saying, yeah, we need to go ahead and get this kid with the spiky black hair and the red stick. There's a meme in the professional wrestling community that goes around where they often say, describe your favorite professional wrestler in the most boring way possible. So let's take that and put it to Dragon Ball. What's the best way to describe your favorite character? If you're like me and Son Goku's your favorite Dragon Ball character, that's how we'll describe him. The character with the spiky black hair and red stick. Oh my gosh, I love it. So we have everyone basically going on their journey, and Goku, he's talking about how he's hungry, and Panzy already making good friends with Son Goku, because hey, there's two things if you want to earn your friendship to Son Goku's heart. You either got to be very strong or offer him something to eat, and man, there you go. So Goku already making good friends here. We had a lot of the talking basically going on with the East Kaioshin and Panzy, and I believe it's here that Panzy, she's wanting to know what's everyone's name, and East Kaioshin, he lets her know that his name is Shin. Of course, Shin being the name that he used when entering under disguise as a contestant in the 25th Tenkaichi Budokai as a contestant when he was under disguise, basically. And then you have Son Goku and Panzy. Now this moment right here, once again, like I said, the show being an anniversary show wants to reward you if you're a longtime Dragon Ball fan. So this goes out to OG Dragon Ball fans. We get a scene very similar to when Abura, was it Buma? However you say her name in Japanese, Boma, right? And we'll know it as the Funimation dub is Boma. I'm still trying to get some of these terms down, right? Yeah. So when her and Goku first met, there was a case where they thought each other's names were funny sounding. So Panzy asked Goku's name, and he's like, it's Goku, and she thinks that's weird, and Goku, in a really cool moment, acknowledging his Saiyajin heritage, says, well, my other name is Kakaroto, which of course in English translates to Kakarot, and she just thinks that's completely ridiculous sounding names, and she states that her name's Panzy, and I think Panzy starts realizing because of Goku's ears, it's round, so you're not really from the demon realm here, and she even starts asking asking Son Goku, well, you gotta have some sort of magic trick, right? And everybody has, or a magic spell, everybody has the ability to do some sort of magic spell. And Goku's like, I can touch my nose with my tongue. One of the most childish things you could get out of Son Goku being a child again. And she's like, no, brah, nah. That is not a magic spell. And so Goku's like, well, why don't you go ahead and show me? And so we get our first look at the spell that Panzy can do here. So she basically, you know, starts concentrating, it looks like her ki on this rock. And the rock starts glowing and she's actually able to lift it. So, you know, very similar to my Boku no Hero, aka My Hero Academia fans, power levels, a power basically similar to that of Uraraka's. And then she drops it, but right after that, man, she is exhausted and super gassed. You know, as they say in the professional wrestling industry, when you're not conditioned enough, sucking wind, basically. She's already huffing and puffing and sweating. So it took a lot out of her. But Son Goku, he is amazed. He is absolutely amazed that Panzy has that ability, and she ends up smiling back, saying, well, her real strength is working with machines. So very similar right now. We're starting to pick up a lot of Boomra, aka Gomah vibes here. So that's really awesome. And then as we get from here, we start noticing that Panzy starts opening up a little bit of extra lore here when it comes to the East Kaioshin, because she starts to notice his resemblance to, you know, obviously there's Gomah, but actually looking towards where it's Degesu. Now, she ends up calling him, I have it in my notes here, she calls him, I believe, a Glenn. So I guess that's basically what they call them out there, Glenn, because they look very similar. And of course, we know that the East Kaioshin, aka the Supreme Kai, are basically basically siblings. All right, we got somebody in the chat. D Luster, thanks for joining. How do you see the episodes early? Well, I'm watching them on Crunchyroll because they're on the Japanese version with the English subtitles are out. Basically, they've been out now for like 5 weeks or so. But the English dub will be coming soon. First, it's going to be in theaters, which started today in the U.S. and everything. All right, and then getting back to the story here, we have the East Kaioshin. You know, he's still trying to stay undercover, so he's not letting her in. He's like, nah, I must not have some resemblance. You know, it must be some sort of like some sort of, what's that called, a coincidence, right? So they're really not trying to let anything in their in terms of their business when it comes to Panzy. And Panzy, she's just asking lots of questions. Like, she wants to know everything about these guys, and it gets to the point where my man Glorio's like, hey, stop being nosy. So she basically says she's still gonna follow them anyway, and she even points them in the direction of where they can go into the castle and stuff. And you can see Glorio is getting annoyed here, very much so. But hey, it's the right spot to where they need to go for this castle, and so they end up following Panzy, and they eventually do make it to the castle. So Son Goku makes the comment that it doesn't look like much, and actually looking at it now in a pause frame here, yeah, it doesn't look like much. I would not look at this and be like, that is royalty, but this is the demon realm. What their expectations of royalty necessarily won't match what ours is here in the human world, right? Now there's a really cool looking castle. That's Gomah's castle right there. Just, man, I love these backgrounds. This kind of takes me back to the artwork that they were using back in the first movie, Give Me Back My Gohan, which everyone would know under the better title in the Funimation dub, Dead Zone. But yeah, this just looks awesome. So we have this lady who is basically reading a lullaby or some sort of bedtime story to Dende. So, you know, I gotta admit, this is something that it would be really cool. We saw in earlier episodes that Son Goten and Trunks, though they're physically in baby forms and their body is reacting on its own as babies, they still have the same mentality. So they know they're sort of like, they're slaves in their own bodies. They're trapped. Their bodies are going to do what babies do, and they have no choice but to sit there and watch as their bodies do whatever it wants as a baby. So it would be really interesting to hear Dente's thoughts here. Like, what's got to be going through his mind? Like, I'm surprised they're not playing with that. We don't hear Dente's thoughts. He's got to be scared out of his mind. His body's not reacting. He's been reduced to a baby that can't do anything, and they've got him, this lady reading this weird lullaby story. So, man, I really think this is a missed opportunity. I'm going to take a little water break here. So yeah, I would have loved it. And then there we have Gomah just looking super creepy, and he basically comes over to the lady and tells her, by the way, great artwork on that book, by the way. But yeah, he basically tells her that you gotta say this with some more passion, some more spirit and everything. So she starts really getting into her reading. And dude, this was one of the creepiest looking shots. I mean, you cannot tell me, just imagine waking up and you just see that looking at you right in your face. What the F? Right? We gonna start swinging at that point. Man. Like, yeah, that is creepy. Probably the creepiest looking shot here. So we're getting a little bit more shots of Gomah, who really is kind of coming off of like the Emperor Pilaf of this series so far. It's gonna be interesting to see who the true really big bad of this Daima series is gonna be. And so we get back to these guys. I say these guys, is it just me, or are we doing a lot of copy and paste jobs here? Because a lot of these demons are like copy and paste, the exact same one. I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously it's going to be easier on the animators and stuff, but yeah, I'm like, a lot of copy and paste reminds me of what they did with the kids back in Toy Story 1. The technology wasn't so advanced where they could make their own individual human models, so they basically took Andy's human model and duplicated it, because back in 1995, that was, you know, or 94 or whatever the early 90s CGI you had, that's what they were reduced to. So we get these guys and they're ready to fight. On the way, we're told that the king, I think his name is Kadan, is not like Gomah, but Glorio said he's something like a mafia boss, basically. And Glorio's telling these guys, we met the other day, and they end up recognizing him. And then Panzy comes in and says, you know, this is the reason why people are saying that we're like a mafia, because of how you treat guests. And they end up calling her princess, and you can see they very much revere her. And this is the big shock that we get, that Panzy is a princess. Now, I did hear some stuff about Panzy leading up into Daima and stuff and everything, especially, like I say, if you follow Geekdom 101, he was leaking some of this information, basically that there was going to be a character named Panzy. But however, I don't remember if it was stated at all that she was a princess, so that was a genuine shock to me to see, okay, she's a princess. So now, you know, the plot is thickening here, and you know, she's just like telling these guys the riot act, and you can see just how much they respect, how much they revere her. And Panzy ends up, you know, leading the new crew there, and they're even saying this like, oh, you should have said this from the start, and you know, which is hilarious given that they didn't want to say any of their business from the start and everything when it came there. And I think Goku basically Panzy, you know, ends up telling them why, you know, hey, you know, we got to show some more respect, because I think Goku here said something that was disrespectful. So yeah, we get a good look at what the inside of this palace looks like, I guess, if you want to call it that. Yeah, but yeah, they're working in the fields. We get some great scenery in the background that they're walking. We see, you know, a lot of these people just working like chefs and everything. You get to see a little fight training camp here. This lady right here, I really wonder if she's gonna play a big role, because you know, she is jacked up, look like she's ready to fight. So I'm interested to see what's gonna come of her later on. But yeah, you see these guys, man, they are looks like they definitely are doing some great hand-to-hand combat. We got some ground and pound action going on there. Dang, that guy, the whatever that bear-looking thing got his nose busted. So yeah, we get a lot of things. Once again, just Dragon Ball DAIMA has such incredible artwork, great scenery, great backgrounds. Really loving it. So they come to this door, and like I said, copy and paste. We're gonna call this copy and paste dude number 3. Like, we've been seeing these same old. They're like, are they brothers? Are they multiple twins? They're just coming all around the place. Same guy. he's happy to see Panzy and lets her in, and we get a first look at what is King Kadan, basically Kadan, her father. Now, I had mentioned, and I think Geekdom 101 as well, if you follow his YouTube channel, he was saying that this looked a lot like Dr. Mew, because obviously there's been quite a great amount of influence of Dragon Ball GT in this. So up close, yeah, he looks like he's gonna be like a fat version of Dr. Mew, and we get said he's playing some sort of weird game of what is that called? Because I don't even watch tennis, yeah, or something like that. So we get a look, and at this point, okay, this is definitely not looking like a Dr. Mew character. They just used a similar color palette, and he busts this thing right through the roof. And then so this is basically, I guess, his throne, and we get our first looks at him. So he walks in, so we see, okay, he's got some muscular legs, but not quite in the abdomen area, and he sits down, large fella, and we get a first look at his, and yes, definitely Dr. Mew. This is not funny looking character, but you know what, if you are a fan of Toriyama's character designs, this is a classic Toriyama design, so I love it. Toriyama is such a master character designer, especially when it came to creating some of these kooky looking characters. And we get our first, like, you know, true look at him, and there you go. So obviously he's talking to his daughter and everything, and we understand that Glorio, he was in contact with the king, and he promised the king that he's going to bring the one that was strong enough to defeat Majin Buu, obviously that being Son Goku. And this guy also basically, he starts going off. Man, like, it really boils his blood when he starts thinking about Gomah, because man, he's saying how he wants to be the true ruler of the demon realm and bring peace, not Gomah. And basically he tells Goku, if you can defeat him, I will give you this gift, and the gift is marrying Panzy. So he's basically takes his daughter, is taking his daughter and offering her to be married to Son Goku, and this is some really great comedy right here. And she, rightfully so, says, you can't make that decision for me. And Goku, he steps up, because, you know, a lot of people like to talk about how Goku's a terrible husband, he's awful, a horrible spouse. And so Goku does what exactly a horrible spouse does in this situation, and he says, like any horrible spouse, any horrible husband would, I'm already married. My man Goku up here proving all the doubters wrong, being a loyal husband, letting them know that he is a taken man. And this, of course, gets into another hilarious reaction, because, yeah, I actually forgot to mention, so Panzy, we learned when they were walking, Panzy is actually, even though she looks like a little girl, she's actually 82 years old, but that is basically very young, child stage in the demon realm, because they have an average life expectancy of 1,000 years. So she's still very much young into her into the standards of living of age expectations in the demon realm, but she is completely shocked, because she's thinking Son Goku's like her age or younger, and to hear that she's like, oh, so do adults in your world look like kids? You're married and you have kids and stuff, like, because Goku mentions, yeah, he even has 2 kids and stuff. So once again, being a loyal father and everything, letting you know that not only he is taken, but he is a family man. So I thought that was pretty cool, and they were completely shocked, and they just cannot believe, you know, the difference. And this is where the East Kaioshin finally starts to come clean here, and I'm glad that's the extent of where they went with this whole jokingness and stuff and everything, because you don't want to get into dangerous territory having turned them back into kids. So I thought the way this was done was definitely done in a very light-hearted way and not a creepy way. So I really appreciate that they're keeping it very civil and stuff when they're coming into jokes like that. And then from here, we get the East Kaioshin coming clean about how, okay, so here's what really happened. You know, the Dragon Balls was used to wish them back into kids, and they're trying to get the Dragon Balls in the demon realm to rescue Dente. That way they can become basically adults. And he is just, you know, kind of shocked, like, hold on, because, you know, they're going to have to face off with the characters are named the Tamagamis, because he's like, the Tamagamis have never been defeated, and you actually want to take them on? And where we see it, and like I said, I'm really hoping for all the hype we're getting, because Son Goku has been basically destroying a bunch of jabronis at this whole thing. I'm really hoping that these guys really live up to the height, and I'm really curious to know where they rank in terms of power scaling, because I'm like, they're so afraid, but yet they wanted someone who could defeat Majin Buu, and Majin Buu was super feared in the demon realm. Everyone knew who he is. Even King Ko, as we found out, and Fukatsu no F, aka Resurrection F, knew who Majin Buu was, and even Frieza-sama, Frieza, he knew who Majin Buu was, and knew to stay away from him. So it's interesting, like, man, these like, it kind of almost made me wonder, did anyone ever try to ask the Tamagami to take on Majin Buu? The fact that they're not so sure, and Son Goku's like, he's up for the challenge and everything, basically, and this is where the king starts figuring, like, yeah, this guy did defeat Majin Buu, maybe he's got a chance. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, that's why I'm really curious to see how strong the Tamagamis are, because it seems like everyone's uncertain. Like, they know Majin Buu was a big deal, and they're amazed that someone defeated Buu, but nobody's beating these Tamagamis. So I'm really curious to see where the power scale is going to rank with these guys and everything. So they have to be the strongest people that they face at this point, since this is like 4 years before Dragon Ball Super. And so this is where the King Kadan, he basically decides, okay, you know what, I'll take you up on that offer, but I want to test your strength, test your might. Cue in the Mortal Kombat theme, dun, 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 right? And Son Goku, of course, he's up for the challenge because he loves a fight. And so this is where this guard, who I really want to see if she is a really bad fighter, if she's really bad in terms of fighting, in terms of, basically being the anti-jabronis, like when she gets on the battlefield, she's as bad as Son Goku is at taking these guys out, So yeah, she has the warrior horn thing, and it looks like that battlefield that they're playing on, they've gathered up all their warriors. I'm gonna take a sip of water, because oh man, is the action about to get real good here. All right, so we got copy and paste number 1, copy and paste number 2, copy and paste number 3, copy and paste number 4, and copy and paste number 5, and however many copy and paste demons there are. Like, seriously, this is like getting to beat 'em up levels in video games. Those video games where you are basically beating up these same 5 to 10 chumps over and over, and it's clear that all they did was just copy and paste the same character models. That's what this is getting to. Like, at least they made these bears. Even these bears got some color swaps or whatever these things are, but man, so yeah, they are on guard, and basically King Kadan, he basically announces that, hey, you all are going to take on Son Goku, and that the winner gets a raise. And these guys are like, yeah, they're motivated. And to me, I couldn't be the only one thinking, this is tragic, this is sad, because as we saw on the way here, these people are some hard working people, and they have their opportunity to get a raise, and yeah, this is the wrong time. The raise ain't gonna be worth this. So I just already knew it was coming. And yeah, but they are motivated. And he makes the rule that, here's the thing, no killing allowed, so put down your weapons. And Son Goku's like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna put down my Nemo, aka Power Pole. And he hands it off to East Kaioshin and says, but hey, they can keep their weapons. It'll be good practice. Yeah, he said it'll be good practice. And he's like, what? That's dangerous, And these guys, they start getting like, I know this fool didn't just say that. They said he arrogant. And he's like, oh, now they really want to hurt him. So they want to hurt Goku. They took that personal. That was personal. We know Goku's innocent. He's just been like, oh yeah, this be good practice. No biggie. And they're like, what? You think we chumps? He think we jabronis? And we, the audience who know where this is going, we're like, yeah, you are going to be chumps and jabronis to these guys. So Goku just jumps right in front of them, and the battle is about to be on. Let me take a water break here. All right. Oh man. Hey. Let's see if I said this right. Arbiter. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Productions. This scene honestly went crazy. I agree 100%. Man, this scene right here. Yes, this is some of the. Maybe they should have put the first 5 episodes Awesome, glad I did pronounce it right. Man, they should have put the first 5 episodes for the English dub premiere. So all these guys are ready to go because that money's on the line. It's raising, boom. Goku gets the pose. He is ready. And so they begin charging because that's the first thing you want to do against Son Goku. You don't want to go ahead and test out your strength for your opponent. You just want to charge in. So my man Son Goku is ready to brace. And he goes and you know when they zoom into the foot, something bad is about to go down. Goku jumps off, jumps right to this guy. Boom. Basically, guy misses. Goku's looking over here. Bam! Dynamic entry to the back of the head. That guy is gone. Then the guy comes over here, about to go ahead and try and stab Son Goku. Goku, boom, dodges right at that. Woohoo! Turns that into another side kick in the back in midair. Guy is gone. Oh no, he got him on the cheek, knocked the guy out. And then I love it, the guy's not even down. Son Goku up here, jumping off the guy's chest to the new guy coming in. Oh, right in there, right in the throat with the headbutt. Man, Goku, that guy's gone, goes out of frame. And watch this, Goku goes right here. Oh, if you're a wrestling fan, you were loving this because my man Goku starts breakdancing. Boy starts breakdancing and swooping the guy over. Up here doing the booger T, spin a Rudy. Look at that guy trying to stab him, going like, I'm making sure you ain't having no kids ever. And Goku's like, nah, not today. Boom, breaks your stuff. Still doing the spin a Rudy. Can you dig it, sucker? Shout out to Booker T, all-time WWE legend. Like I said, somebody on the animation staff got to be a wrestling fan, or maybe that's just me as a wrestling fan in Dragon Ball. But yeah, Goku up here doing the spin of Rudy, and then man, look at this guy gonna try to come in with the hammer, and boom, man, Goku goes ahead. Look at that, looking right at it. Goku is all over the place. Bam, trip this dude right up onto his back, and then as the guy goes down, they like, oh, did he just do that? Yeah, and you about to find out. Oh, look at this man. This man like, okay, now I got him. He's got it right point at Goku's crotch. He's just got to stay there. Maybe Goku's going to he's going to get a little basically rusty or whatever. He's going to, slip, and he's going to catch Goku slipping, and he's going to land cross first right on the point of that sword. And what's my man do? He lets it go. He lets it go because he's like, oh, wow, you had him. I mean, of course, he wasn't going to have Goku, but dang, that was your only shot. Bam, Goku just goes ahead. I'm literally the definition of a stepping stool. My man, he turned you into a literal stepping stool to get to the next people, and that guy is gone. And this guy's like, okay, I'm gonna block this. Oh, got him. Another stepping stool. Goku up here running, jumping. All right, so we got the orange bear coming in. Goku's like, okay, bam, right in the face. Bam, gives him another one. Bam. Goku hit him with the 1, 2, 3 hit combo, and then Goku while in midair looking at this guy coming in, and then bam, Goku's like, boom, catch your stuff. He said, you know what, let's go for a spin, let's go for a ride. Wee, wee, man. He gonna turn your weapon into a plaything, bro. And just to launch himself over to this bear, bam! Oh, hitting him with some more dynamic entry. Boy, Goku was just feeling himself and everything. My gosh, and then you see right here, Panzy and Kadan, they're like, whoa, we didn't know this guy was that strong, man. Let me look at the chat here. We got, well, I'm gonna go to sleep, but you're definitely getting a sub for me. Absolutely love your energy, man. Keep it up. Good work. Hey, Arbita Productions, thank you so much for coming by. Hope you enjoy the rest of the stream and everything. I appreciate it. Gotta bring the energy when it comes to Dragon Ball. So getting back to the action here. So this guy gonna try to come over to Son Goku. Oh, I love this shot. You know when they just say we're gonna have the camera stationary and we want to let the action breed, you about to see some good stuff. So this guy comes over swinging at Goku, bam, kick him right in the gut. All right, you want some too? Goku gets right back onto his foot and bam, kick him up into the chin, and then hit him with the 2-piece combo, kicking him out of frame. And now this guy gonna come before Goku even lands, and this guy, he was quick. Now that guy was quick right there, coming in with the snipe, but Goku right there, look how quick my man Goku gets down the ground. Boom! This man went from the forward and then quickly put his feet underneath himself to the back to kick the man right in the gut, sending that guy. Look at Goku, easy work. This guy like, okay, all right, Goku's like, you want some of this work too? Bam, punching the guy right there in the gut. And then this other guy gonna try something while Goku's distracted, or is he? Oh, he got his butt in the face. What is he trying to do? Give the audience the stink face? Brother, you are not Rikishi. And Goku, yeah, bam, kicked him. But that's the real thing he's trying to do right here. Goku kicking this man right in the gut and whoa, does a backflip on the other end. And then Goku gets right back on his foot. Once again, when you know they're zooming in on the foot, Goku is about to go in. And he does. Look how quick he goes. Coming right for this guy. Bam! Elbow to the gut. Gave that boy the raccoon. Said, I had a big old dude just like you. Thought he was going to do something. Boom. Thankfully for this guy, he got put in a much better, decent position than Raccoon did. And then this guy coming in, go try to do something. Bam! Goku goes ahead and punch him. And then Goku right there, all right, easy work. He feeling it right now. Woo! Goku's like, I'm done. If y'all bringing the fight, I'm gonna bring the fight. So Goku starts running. Look at that. No fear, no hesitation. Coming over to copy and paste numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and bears numbers 1, 2, copy paste. Boom, kick this guy in the chin. Woo! Hit this guy right in the gut. Sends both of them out flying. Goku like, I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. I mean, I feel sorry. The man here didn't even do nothing. The man was just following his lead. Didn't even get a shot at Goku. So big old bear gonna try to come over here and boom, Goku slip you up right there. Look at this man. Boy hit his head. Boom, up here, selling this like he the Rock, taking it to Stone Cold Stunner, flipping all up down. Boy, the Rock would be proud of you if you smell what the Rock is cooking. That's how you sell. And then boom, this guy right here, bam, got kicked out of the frame. Sent that boy flying like, wow. Look at that. Boom, boy. That boy was flying. Look at this. All this air, Goku. So this guy gonna come in. He's like, Goku's like, dun, 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 just going ahead and dodging it. Look at that. Easy work. Easy work for Son Goku. And look at that. Look at, he is having too much fun, bro. No respect. Goku, such a disrespectful fighter when he has no respect for your fighting ability. And then look at Goku right there. Look, that is the evil face. When do you see Goku with that evil face? He's like, oh, I got something for you, boy. And he goes ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead and try to stab me twice with my back turned. I just want you to know that you're trying to stab me and I got my back turned to you. The back is turned. And Goku, bam, knocks his thing out twice. Man, breaks it up in two. Look at that. That thing is no more. Look at this evil Goku. This is the Goku you don't want. This Goku is an evil demon possessed, right? The show's called Dragon Ball Demon. Goku is like a demon possessed. And then when you zoom into the eyes, you think it's done? Goku's like, you think we done? No, we ain't done yet. No, let me get some water here. So Goku, go ahead. He got those evil eyes. Look at that. Like, this is not even looking like Goku. This looks like another anime character at this point. This is another anime character. I don't know who this is. This is not Goku. This is Petty-Ku. This is Petty-Ku because he's bringing that petty work. He could finish these guys and end it quick, but no, he wants to be petty about it. It's funny. They're the ones who took what Goku said personal about, this kid think he all that. He think they coming to us because we said he arrogant. Goku's like, oh, y'all think I was arrogant? I was just being my genuine self. Goku took that personal, ladies and gentlemen. This is when Goku takes things personal. And he's just destroyed himself. That's how quick he's moving. Comes in with a fist. Oh, bam! Heart punch. I think that was a heart punch. No. The blow is so devastating. It's solar flares. The boy then created a solar flare. Was it Taiokin, right? In Japanese. That's how powerful Goku's body is. Yeah, the boy didn't been blinded. That's how powerful the light. Goku got that shine. Oh, man, look at the boy. He was and look at this. He's punch in the gut. Boy didn't have a chance. And how disrespectful Goku uses the boy as a landing. Look at it, because he was a really heavy set guy, so he goes deep into the belly, uses the belly to jump off. Look at this. No respect. My man Goku, how's he gonna attack? He said, okay, I'm gonna attack you guys like, whoa, I'm wide open. And what's the boy do? Oh no, just because I'm wide open, you think I ain't on guard? That's what Goku was saying here. Goku going ahead and going down. Man, that boy missed by a long shot. Look at that. Oh, he's up here doing the Ginyu Force pose. Goku feeling like I remember this time when I fought the Ginyu Force. And oh, Goku come back with a flying headbutt before the guy could even make a move. And the guy, I give it, the guy actually was able to withstand that, but the brother hit was tough. The brother here was tough. Gotta give him, because how many people has Goku one shot in this guy? And then he comes back. I give him props, because a lot of jabronis have been getting owned. But this guy, he actually ate that shot. I respect. We putting respect on this man's name. I don't know what copy paste demon he is, but respect. He ate that shot. I give him props. But boom, Goku's like, okay, I see. You tough. You ate my shot. Now I got to go in. And does Goku go in? Look at this. Hitting the boy so hard. Goku's like, bam. But got the boy looking like, oh, look at that. Boy done lost his eyes. Don't know where he's at. He's, oh. And then look at that. Boy hitting so hard. The eyeballs are hanging out. Eyeballs hanging low. Oh. The worst thing this man could have done is eat the shot. Maybe he should have just pretended like the shot was done, because Goku went in, was like, no, you going down even if I gotta do it several times. And now we got all these copy and paste guys coming, and they all coming over for Goku. Goku goes for that punch, but he's like, hold on, before that, I see y'all trying to sneak up on me. Okay, boom, y'all both want that work, one shot, both of them at the same time. Oh, got that guy with a punch, kicked that guy at the same time, sending him into the old guy right there that Goku used his belly to jump off. Boom, they land on him and send both of them out of the frame. And now these guys, they gonna come and run. Now I'm gonna give respect to these guys. They came in and Goku's like, wait, what y'all doing? Boom, all of them, all four of them, they all gang up. They like, okay, we got him now. They done got Goku. They got SonGoshuaku. So some of these copy and paste demons are a little bit stronger than what they are. So my man SonGoshuaku, okay, he's been got. At this point, SonGoshuaku realized he has reached his limit. He has been bested in his base form. This is SonGoshuaku realizing that he can no longer defeat at least these four guys carrying him. So what can Goku do out of this area? Well, my boy starts going ahead smiling, and that hair starts going up, and his power is rising, and we see that golden glow, and we see that impact frame. It can only mean one thing. We see the big flash. Boom! It is the legendary Super Saiyan, which is pronounced as Super Saiyan in the English language, but of course better known and pronounced as Super Saiyan and the Funimation dub. But regardless of which way you want to say it, SS1 Goku. Respect to all four of these guys. Goku has fought jabroni after jabroni after jabroni, like Jey Uso's theme song in WWE. He's been lining them all up and knocking them down. And these are the first four guys to say Goku like, okay, I can't do anything. You made me reach my limit. I have gone no further in the normal form. I give you some respect. Super Saiyajin goes SS1 on these guys. And look at this explosion. Boom! Goku sends all these dudes flying. Every single last one of them. They are gone out of here. Boom! Going down. Look at the explosion. My man Goku was not playing. He's like, y'all want to go? Then we can go. Dang. Man, look at this point. You see Kadan and Panzy. They are shocked. Like, they did not know the boy had so much power in him. But I mean, he is the one that defeated Majin Buu. You had to expect something. Let me get a sip of water here. Boy, working up a big sweat on this one. All right, so then we go ahead back here, and you see East Kaioshin, of course. He witnessed Majin Buu get defeated. So East Kaioshin, yeah, he knows not to underestimate the Saiyajins. And you see Glorio, he's like got this intense look like, okay, you know, like, the boy got something for real, like, okay, yeah, like Glorio, he got that look on him, like, he keeping it cool, but he's like, okay, Goku a little bit stronger than what I even thought it was. And then we get SonGoshuaku with this golden glow, and he maintains it. It's like he absorbed the Super Saiyan energy into his being because he stays glowing. And this guy's like, he's gonna go ahead with the whatever shot he had at the sword. He swings that sword, and SonGoshuaku Look at my man Son Goku. He's like, okay, I'm not going to look at you. I'm just going to stand right here. And then look at that. Teleportation. Boom. Bam. And that man was going for the swing. Like, he gave it his all. He gave it his all. And look at that. Goku teleports right behind him. That guy's like, oh, crap. That's right. You are looking at your fate in the face. And Goku goes for the punch. He stops. Like, I took some mercy on you. But watch this. Bam! With a finger, flick that boy into the ground. Hit the ground so hard, boom, knocks every single last one of them out. Boom, and they are out. Now, this reminds me, there is and I'm not one of these, if you're a WWE wrestling fan, I'm not one of these professional wrestling fans that will like to try and call out like every single botch, like botch. That wrestler didn't know what they were doing. That looked really bad. I'm not like that. But actually, though, it does want me, I do bring up this point. There was a match several years ago in the 2010s. A wrestler by the name of Jinder Mahal faced, I believe it was another popular wrestler named Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy has this move called Whisper in the Wind, and with the Whisper Wind, he does like this twist off the top rope, and he lands on his opponent. Well, for whatever reason, maybe someone was out of place. Jeff Hardy ends up crashing and burning and falls onto his back on the mat, and it's right behind Jinder Mahal. And Jinder Mahal, he decides to sell it, because in professional wrestling, you sell the action. When you get hit, you basically sell as if you are really getting hurt devastatingly. Well, he still sells it, and he falls to his back. Now, a lot of people gave him flack for it, but I actually always appreciate it, because to me, it always came off that, well, even though Jeff missed, he hit the ring with such impact that it bounced it to where Jinder lost his balance, and he fell on his back anyway. And obviously, that's hard to pull off and make it believable in the world of professional wrestling storytelling, but in an action-packed show like Dragon Ball, yeah, we can believe Goku's powerful enough to hit somebody with such force that they go to the ground and everyone just falls out of it. Like, man, like that's crazy. And you got this guy's like, he's just looking everywhere. Like, boy is scared. So we look at this, worked. Everybody then got that work, and he's the only one left. And if you look at the screen, the guy they zoom out, and the guy's like, I quit. I give up. If this was an I quit match, boy, he learned. He did not want to work. Perhaps the smartest copy and paste demon we've seen in this show yet. I feel sorry for these guys. They were just trying to work hard, and they were just trying to, which is why I was a lot nicer this week than talking. I didn't call these guys jabronis and all that stuff, because they're just good, hard-working men trying to provide for themselves and their family. They were trying to get a raise, and they all unfortunately got that work known as Son Goku. At least this guy escaped the beatdown, though, and Glorio was like, wow, he is impressed. And look at that. Panzy and Kadan are just completely shocked. They are, wow, the winner with ease, Son Goku. So man, that was crazy. So we end up going ahead to the skipping here, where basically they get ahead and they get the ship that Kaden's gonna let them borrow, and the East Kaioshin is basically asking if there's a way to get their other friends nearby, and so Kaden says it's gonna be really tough since they don't have the code. So I think this guy was named Hibiscus, I think is his name, and he's doing ballet here, and apparently he's going to be the guy that's going to bring Vegeta, Gomah, Piccolo, all of them, basically Kibito, and in order to locate them, East Kaioshin lets them know that they're in Universe 7, which I guess there were some fans complaining because we don't find out about the multiple universes until Battle of Gods, which takes place 4 years after this, and Goku didn't have much reaction to it, and it makes sense that Goku, he didn't have much of a reaction when Beerus told him that either. He kind of just like, he just laughed it off a little bit. And obviously, I think the East Kaioshin would be aware of the higher god Archie. He knew of Beerus, he knew of Zeno and all these things, so yeah, that makes sense. So we get this cool thing, though, where it looks like a Dragon Ball radar, and he's able to see Universe 7, he's able to see, Kami's lookout and everything, the high temple and everything there. And so we now know how the other characters are going to arrive to the demon realm. They get this hilarious animation, which I believe is reminiscent of episode 5 of Dragon Ball Super, which had notorious deadlines and made some of the greatest animators that Toei Animation has look like they couldn't draw or animate just because they had so little time to work with. And so now I guess Toei Animation is poking fun fun at themselves and everything, knowing how much they got memed on the internet worldwide for this episode. So that was pretty cool. Speaking of another Easter egg in episode 5 that you might not be aware of, is that Son Goku going SS1 is also tribute how in episode 5 of Dragon Ball GT that Son Goku actually went SS1 for the first time as a kid, and that one in his battle with Legic, which is actually one of the better GT battles. It's short, sweet, but a good battle nonetheless in GT. And so we get Panzy, and you just had to know this is not going to end well. She's bringing all this stuff like she's going on a big vacation, and like, no, y'all are going to face the most fearsome warriors not named Majin Buu. Okay. And he's like, that's too much stuff. He's like, well, you know, she's like, I'm bringing all this stuff with me. And so, you know, everybody gets ready to pile up and they head there. And also it's during this scene that Goku realizes that Panzy should come, because he realizes that basically he's talking is that he asks Glorio, are you a great mechanic? And you know, when it comes to machines, and he's like, no, I'm not. So he's like, that settles it. Pansy's the one to come. And so Panzy is very ready because she knows they need it. So like I said, I could definitely see where her and Gomah are going to bond really well. So you can just tell her and Gomah will really bond very well. So Pansy's going to join them, and Goku, he ensures Kadan that, hey, I'm going to protect your daughter with everything I got if anything, you know, goes down or wrong with her. And so we see Goku and Panzy face to face here, and they're smiling, you know, together and fist bumps. So they've already made good friends and everything. So Son Goku, he just has a great effect on people, you know, and that's what we've seen throughout the entire series. So this was really interesting. Before they board the ship, East Kaioshin, he lets Son Goku know that, you know, something ain't right about this Glorio guy. Something's not right, because he's looking at it. He's like, with Glorio, you know, he basically mentions how Glorio didn't even know that they were turned back into kids with the Dragon Ball, something along those lines. And that, no, he mentions how Kadan didn't know that they were turned back into kids and what everything went down for the Dragon Balls. All he thought was, oh, you're just gonna bring me the guy that beat Majin Buu. And so he sees that, okay, he's keeping something away from the king. Water break here. So East Kaioshin still being suspicious of Glorio, still keeping his eye on him as they need to. And Son Goku, you know, he's thinking Glorio's okay so far. As we all know, Goku does have a tendency to be naive. So yeah, we'll see where it goes. And Glorio, he's yelling at Panzy here, saying, you brought way too much stuff, which is gotta be foreshadowing. You just gotta know where this is gonna go. And so we see everybody, you know, waving them well, wishing them happy, you know, safe travels and this big journey for them. And Glorio ends up revealing that under this ship, because the demon realm is huge, it's gonna take about 4 days to get there. And Son Goku's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, 4 days? And Pansy's like, quit your whining, it's huge here in the demon realm, because she says world number 3 is the largest of all the demon realm. And then the engine starts to fail. And Goku's like, what's going on? And this thing starts breaking down in the sky. And Pansy's like, yeah, I think I did pack too much stuff. And Glorio's like, brace yourselves. And that thing starts flying down. And man, this ship is coming down quick. And it is going down. It's here that I was wondering, I'm like, is Goku fast enough to just burst out of that thing and stop it? And boom, it lands on the ground. And that's actually where the episode ends. Now, I don't think the plane, if I had to make a prediction, I don't think the plane crashed and burned. I think maybe Goku did get out of there quickly and stopped it, and that's just the impact of him landing on his feet with holding the plane, as we'll probably end up finding out, because I think that might be the same plane that we have seen in the opening and ending theme, in the opening endings. So we get some next episode previews for episode 6 coming out. I guess the East Kaioshin, aka the Supreme Kai, is going to eat some sort of demon dog or demon cat food, and he looks very upset that he has to eat this. And here's something that was very interesting. We got Glorio and Goku are basically gonna be going head to head with each other in this, and obviously Glorio's got some moves and Goku's taking them serious, and Goku's ready for a fight. You know, that's not that confident, that's that I respect you fight, because you good, you got skill. So it looks like they're gonna have some sort of sparring match and everything, so I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. And then we get this close up of this eye, and this thing is ready to fight. This little bull looking thing that we've seen in Jakan John, the intro. Once again, I really do like this design, total Toriyama design, and I think it looks cool. So it's gonna be interesting. So they're fighting monsters and creatures. So we're getting a lot of that Dragon Ball Daima, a lot of that Dragon Ball, early Dragon Ball vibes here and everything, and early GT stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, and then of course, obviously, November 10th, 11th, and 12th in the United States is Dragon Ball Daima's English dub. I am definitely gonna go ahead and see it and everything like that. So as far as that goes, though, I was gonna say, with this going on, I would love to hear what you all have to say, either in the chat or in the comments below. Let me know if you made it to the review at this point. Thank you for watching for this long. I get the feeling that from what I've seen of feedback, it feels like a lot of hardcore Dragon Ball fans really like Daima so far, even though the pace is going at a slower pace, because it feels like, and myself included, I guess a lot of us really understand like Toriyama's work. We understand that he's a gag manga artist and he loves the adventure side of things, and he'll fit that into the action pack stuff, and that he's trying to take everything, he was trying to take everything of the Dragon Ball franchise and put it together with this, and we know that something bigger is going to be happening. So because I gotta admit, I'm loving the lore build up. I know it's a slow build up, but I'm loving it. I'm loving how even Son Goku is getting better and better as a fighting. Like we now see that he can go SS1 mode. He's really adapting to the atmosphere in being back into his kid body. So I love where the story is going, and I just know that it's going to get bigger. Now I've seen a lot of other fans basically seem to like don't really like it. I get a sense that a lot of those fans are kind of like the ones that only kind of like the action side of things because of what Dragon Ball Z, and by all means everybody has the right to like what they're liking. When it comes to the Dragon Ball franchise, it's not gonna go ahead and truly basically be able to, I would say, be able to appeal to everyone. But yeah, I get a lot of sense of impatientness is kind of what I'm feeling. There's a lot of people, they don't like this because it's not the high action pack stuff that we got in Z and got in Super. But like I said, I think we're getting there, and I think it's gonna be just have to be a patient. So I would love to know what you all's experience are. Like, are you really enjoying Daima right now, or are you not liking it? Do you feel like that? Do you think it's like a lot of the hardcore fans, they really enjoy it because they know this franchise and studied it and they know Toriyama's work? Do you think it's maybe a lot of casual fans, they don't like this because it's not that high action packed stuff that we got in Z? I mean, personally, I love that we're getting a lot of lore build up and a lot of world exploring. That's something I wanted to see back in Dragon Ball Super with the 12 universes, and we never got it. We got it here. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but I think Dragon Ball Daima is definitely picking up, and I'm enjoying the ride so far, especially as we get into those later episodes. All right, I'm gonna check now to see if we got anything in the chat. Nothing more than what was already said earlier, so that pretty much wraps that up. So thank you for watching, and then for more Dragon Ball content, you can click the link right there on the screen, and go ahead and follow my social media platforms in the description and pinned comment below. Until episode 6, take care.